Hot as fucking balls.
Yep.
Actually, hotter than Soda's asshole.
Indeed.
So, I
Fucking
should.
Ring of Fire.
Indeed. Is that heavy armor? Yes, I am in Space Nerds working on the Ragnarok while we record. AKA, I'm probably gonna end up just hovering somewhere until I die because I forget about it.
Probably. Yeah, I did update the server and everything, so it should be working.
It is! Might need some cleanup again, but other than that, everything's good.
Shooketh.
Now, rent time.
Yes.
What do we have to rant about this week?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
mean,
actually, I got one thing.
we can start out with War Thunder stuff as usual. It's been Doveblade's season.
Yes, fucking dog legs.
And currently, we got actual dev server going.
Yep.
Highest quality dev server in a very, very long time, and it's still 30 years old, fuck.
Yeah, but now it's within the expected parameters of just being a, dev
Yeah.
server, not a pre-alpha view.
Yeah. Pretty much. Um... So yeah, that's been going on, and we have events starting on Wednesday.
Go watch the videos, people.
I haven't actually done that one because I figured we'd just talk about it now instead. Because it couldn't be bothered.
I'm not thinking of the event. I'm thinking of the other 3 that you uploaded. Goddammit.
Yes, those. Yeah, left server overview is up, so you can see all the
Yeah.
new shiny things.
Those were the ones I was thinking about. Goddammit.
Well, fine. Now, it occurred to me earlier because I wanted to do the pages of history for this month because of the picture of Percy Hobart, who designed, amongst other things, the aviary.
Maniac.
Yes, absolute brilliant fucking maniac. And it occurred to me while grinding that earlier, is it actually going to be feasible to grind that while also grinding the Operation Overlord event? Perfect tie-in right there. And it turns out, it actually is. Just barely.
Okay, barely.
The first of the marks for that you can't do while simultaneously grinding for the aviary is from the 15th to the 18th of June, and this ends on the 17th of June. Well, the one currently going on you can't do while grinding this event either, but it also ends before this event, so it adds up. And I am 99% sure that is purely by coincidence.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was like, hey, Gaijin actually thought something through, and I was like, actually, no, this is probably just coincidence.
I'm pretty sure they have a deck of cards, Berserker. And every now and then, they get a pair or, 3 alike or something like that dealt to them. So sometimes it works out. Other times it's just absolute bullshit. Like
Nico.
having to land on airfields, and so you have to be playing air arcade because fuck you.
Now you're giving them too much credit for actually planning ahead.
No, that's the thing. They're not planning ahead, period, because they're just using a deck of cards.
Yeah,
might as well
using the fucking deck of cards is giving them too much credit for planning.
It's probably not them that actually started doing that. The government just probably told them that they had to have some plan, so they gave them a deck of cards.
But yes, we are getting Operation Overlord as the next event. We're getting the Churchill ABRE. And I am excited.
You know what? I turned the AC off for recording. I regret it already. Hang on.
Turn it back on, you fucking maniac. I know you're doing it, but I'm filling the fucking empty air. I'm doing my job, damn it. I seriously didn't take a sip of nice cold, well, Fanta lemon.
Did you say anything?
Yes, I said a lot. I was filling out the airspace. So don't worry
Fair
about
enough.
it. You'll see what I said tomorrow.
I just heard a random blabbering in the distance.
Yeah.
I turned it off 10 minutes ago. Then it was like 24 degrees in there. It's already 32.
Lovely.
Fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
Don't fucking turn that off for recording, you maniac.
Yeah, well,
You being alive is more important than a bit of background noise.
could you actually hear it though?
No.
Great. But it's quite loud.
Yeah.
But if you can't hear, pick it up, if it doesn't get picked up by the mic, then fuck it.
Actually, I think it is a little bit while you're talking, but it's fine. Yes, Operation Overlord event. 35,000 points every 2 days for 12 days, and you have AVRE.
Yeah, and 35,000 points for 2 days. That's fine. We can do that. We'll probably do that in 1 day.
Yes, and then take a break, and then do it again, and take a break, and do it again, and take a break.
Indeed.
Indeedly. Now, what else do we have for War Thunder? We do have new stuff that has been passed to the developers because, you know, new month, new stuff. And I already looked through it. And there is only really one thing that I found particularly interesting. Actually, two things. They're both AA.
Great.
The T-77 MGMC for America, the Chaffee modified with a 6.2 ball 50 cal armament for the turret. And the Stormer Air Defense Blazer 25/30. Essentially, the Stormer that we already have in game, that chassis with a new turret, that mounts either the GAU 12 or the GAU 13 and a pair of Stingers.
Heh.
Indeed. Should be a pair of very capable AA for the game.
Sure as I'll hope so.
Yeah, there's actually one more thing. The AKV-91 finally being allowed to be amphibious.
Hey, that took a while.
Because, you know, literally the only thing you needed to do to make it amphibious is add some fucking boxes on the back to make sure water doesn't go in engine.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't actually need them. It can swim without them, but... yeah.
Even if it can swim without them. Water plus engine is usually a very bad combination, other than the water cooling part. But you don't want it in the air intake. That's... no. You know another thing that doesn't like water?
The people who are basically sat underneath the water.
Yeah, but that's not really quite what I was going for there.
The electronics.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And the hydraulics, actually.
Yeah.
They usually don't like water if it gets too much of it. Now, what's the diesel engine in the IKV?
Yes.
Okay, so at least it doesn't care if it's... the engine can be underwater as much as it wants, as long as it doesn't suck in water through the air intake.
So yes, that is the main takeaway, in my opinion, from this month's pass to developers.
Yes.
So another 5 years, and we might actually see any of this stuff added to the game. Oh,
Only 5? Damn,
yeah.
you're
I'm optimistic, I know.
hella optimistic.
Now, what do you have to rant about?
A certain postal company or transport
Ah.
company being absolute bullshit and lying.
Lovely.
Yeah, so the story is I ordered something from Dell. And they told me it's gonna take 1 week before it's here. Okay, fair enough. So I ordered it Monday, so it was supposed to come here Friday. Not a big deal. That's
Yeah. We are now on Sunday and still nothing.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. Nothing happened the first 2 days.
Lovely.
Nothing. The payment went through immediately,
Lovely.
but nothing happened on their side. And then suddenly the 29th, then I got the tracking number and everything. They said the order was sent, but it didn't get picked up before late on the 29th. Once again, fair enough. Sorry, 28th is when they received it.
Yeah.
And then they created the ETA on the 29th. The ETA was on the 31st. That's the ETA from DB Schenker, the transport company. They say it's gonna be there. It hasn't left the fucking area yet.
Great.
It's still on the fucking center in the Netherlands.
Great.
Why did you give me an ETA for the 31 if you haven't left even at that point?
Yeah.
The 31st. Also, they didn't prepare the invoicing before the 31st to Dell because they're paying the, transport.
Yeah.
And now it's shipment on hold on request. On whose request?
As I said last time, they're searching it for all the drugs.
For fuck's sake. Also, that's on the tracking page for them. If I go in onto Dell and then use the tracking number I got there, it go to a different way of tracking through the same company.
Right.
And they tell me that they've done pre-call, no answer. Who the hell did they call? They haven't called me.
Alright.
The first one, reason, comments. Comments. What? What does that mean? What do you mean? What's that? What's comments has to do for a reason? Fuck's sake. The next one is actually fair. It's a difference in the kg and square cubic meters measured and what they got told it was. That's fair.
Yeah.
Understandable. If they say got told that the package is 10 kilograms and it's 15, then I understand that they had to do something about that. But they only tell me there's a difference. They don't actually tell me what the difference is.
Lovely.
They give me no real info. And it still hasn't left. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. The new ETA is for tomorrow.
Lovely.
According to Dell. DB still has the ETA 2 days ago.
Lovely.
Like...
Indeed.
Also, if it's supposed to be here tomorrow, they have to leave soon. It's a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
Get on with it. I want my package, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta remember to leave some room at the ends here.
Circuit building noises.
Yes.
Also, the guy writing the status history, but apparently is really lazy because the first time this he wrote the area where the center is, he wrote Venray, which is the right place. The next ones are just Ven,
Great.
but they wrote Schenker the full part every time.
Great.
Honestly, what the hell is going on? Also, why can't I get more info about on hold, on request? On whose request? God damn it,
Well, all the guns you started shooting.
Nope, that's nothing new. Hello, sound, I guess.
I turned it way down, so it's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Something else going on. It's, I suppose, election week would be the correct term in the EU, at least
Oh
here,
yeah.
because, you know, European Parliament election.
Honestly, when I saw that things were going on, I kind of just looked at it like, nope, fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one who is massively fussed about politics. I exercise my privilege to vote, but that's really about it. And it happens to be so lovely that here we have, well, basically everybody who runs for any given election does a survey, and all their answers are gathered in one place, and then you can fill out a questionnaire and see who you agree with and who you don't agree with, and what you agree on and what you don't agree on, and all that sort of stuff, as well as, you know, their core courses and all that sort of stuff. So I did that today to see who I should vote for, according to science.
Fair enough.
Social science, but science. And
Yawns.
I mean, you're never gonna be 100% in agreement with anybody.
Yeah, that's a thing that a lot of people do wrong, trying to please everybody. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, no. But I had two on 77%. That's pretty much where I always land doing these.
Yeah, personally, I literally have voted for a party that's basically just a meme at this point.
I've spent quite a lot of time voting for a party where I agreed with their primary.
Here's the thing, though: the things that they are actually going out to do is actually fairly reasonable, and they're the ones doing the least amount of bullshit.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for the EU Parliament though, because yeah.
Nope. But that was kind of my point. That's the extent of me voting for anything, because so far they say one thing, do something else.
Yeah.
A lot of the time,
But
especially up here.
But the ones I agreed the least with was basically all of them from two different parties.
Fair enough.
Danish National Party and the Danish, I think they're called the Danish Democrats or something. Anyway, the point being that one is literally an offshoot of the other, because the chairwoman of the National Party was like, we've strayed too far from the original values of this party, and then decided to create a new one.
Yeah, that's
and she has in the past used similar rhetoric as a certain funny mustached man did back in the 1930s.
Yeah, no wonder who that
and
is.
run very, very similar politics.
Mm.
But anyway, of the two that I had the highest percentage of agreeing with, the 77, one was from one of the conservative parties. The other is from one of the pretty middle of the road parties. leaning slightly more towards, I won't call it liberalism because it really isn't, but you get my drift.
Yeah,
And
I get it.
I was like, okay, which one of these two should I vote for? And went and read about these two candidates. And got down to a question of which party in the Euro Parliament would you be a part of? And one of them goes Christian Democrats. And I read that and I just go, fuck no.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What in the actual drunk?
I mean, fair enough, but you know, as someone who is in a minority religion wise, I don't know if it's the same on the EU level, but the Danish Christian Democrats are very very anti everybody who's not Christian.
Yeah, that sounds about. Sounds very Christian, actually.
Yeah, I know,
At
right?
high level.
At least very politically active Christian.
Uh, yeah. I mean, have you heard about this little place down in Italy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy running it right now seems to be fairly, laid back, but it has a bit of a history of not liking anybody else than
Has a bit of a
themselves.
history of burning people who thought something other than they did.
Yeah. Then you have the current one who literally, without the license, asked this driver if he could drive his car, and he got stopped by the police.
And is pro gay people and pro science and pro abortion and
Got a Formula One car from Ferrari.
for a Pope, he is very, very radical.
He's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those people who, I'm pretty sure if you had too much to drink, he would show his ass from the balcony, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Drive around with his pants off in the Pope mobile.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably the greatest Pope ever.
Yeah. At
And
least
that's
for
coming from
everybody who
someone
isn't
who's
a
not Catholic
fanatical
or
Christian.
Christian.
Yeah, like for anybody who isn't a fanatical Christian idiot, then yes. I'm aware that's a very hot take, but I don't care.
I don't give
I
a
know
blind
people who
fuck
are
either.
way too radical about their religion and has tried to kill their neighbor over it. So, yeah, no, no,
I smell good food smells. My neighbor's grilling.
no.
I can see all the smoke wafting in over my yard.
I can kind of just see you, floating through the air like in the cartoons right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you gonna go get the long stick with the fork on it and put it on the grill to get snatch one of the steaks?
Uh, well, with how long it's been going, I'm pretty sure it's a roast. But yeah,
You know what I mean.
yeah,
I mean,
smells great.
Could have run multiple rounds, I guess.
Yeah, smells great though.
Oh yeah, speaking of smells, I mentioned this before, but I have this restaurant in the backyard that's venting all of its tasty smells out of the at window height for me.
Yeah.
Now they made something interesting yesterday. Smelled extremely good. Because I don't think it's something that's on the menu. I think this was something special.
Yeah.
It smelled a lot like beef in some way or another, but marinated with some special sauce, I guess. But
Yeah.
man, that smelled good. Fucking annoying though, because it was fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I was trying to sleep and my bedroom window was open, and that's where all the smell comes in. Like, I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep now. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah, more stuff. I've done
Oh,
shed organizing. I have a work table up there now. Well,
hey,
partially. I don't have the backing up yet because I'm gonna have to go get a big ass plywood sheet to mount it on because
because
reasons.
plywood.
No, because my shed is very, very bare bones on the inside. So like I have one actual wall, and then everywhere else it's literally just the framing that the outside wall is nailed to.
Interesting. That is exceptionally bare bones, actually.
Yes, I mean it is a shed.
Yeah, but even for a shed,
It's not even really isolated.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't expect a shed to necessarily be isolated, but
But yes.
you
And
usually here you have the outer wall, the framing, and then
yeah,
an inner wall at least. You
yeah.
don't necessarily have anything in between that.
We don't in this big ass shit.
Well,
Because it is well, it's not really a shared shed because it is separated into individual spaces, but
yeah, but it's the roof shared,
yeah, it's one
so,
building with 8 small sheds.
so that's a shared shed as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And now just wait, whatever the street of where you live is called. There's gonna be a fucking workshop out there soon.
Well, there
Not so
already
much for
is.
cars, but there's gonna be 15 3D printers and
My
no,
3D
only one.
printer's already up there.
Yeah, I figured. I know.
But I wanted to mount my airsoft guns on the wall.
God. Okay, so it's,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 3D printing lab, a armory, and what's next?
Well, it's already a garage.
Fair enough for your mighty scooter,
Yep. For the
I'm
pigling.
guessing.
Piglet. Look, if a
Well
Harley
named.
is a hog, this is at the opposite end of the spectrum, so it must be a piglet.
Honestly, fair enough.
My logic is undeniable.
Yep,
For
that's the scary
once.
part.
Oh, yeah. Um, nah, it's primarily just going to be storage, but I wanted to have a space where I could keep my 3D printer, and I did get a table mounted grinder free, so I'm gonna place that there as well.
You mean like a grinding wheel?
Well, it's a grinding wheel and belt sander combination.
Yeah, but it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Circular,
What?
would you mind sharpening something for me?
Sure.
I have a couple of blades I would want sharpened.
Sure. I
Probably
mean,
not a good idea to
I'm
sharpen them,
I'm not
actually,
gonna
but
be as fucking anal about it as all the content creators who literally do nothing but try and make a knife as sharp as possible, but they are gonna get nice and sharp.
okay. Here's the thing, I want you to take the rough edge on because right now they're completely flat.
Fair enough.
And I tried to start sharpening it, but after 10 hours of sitting there
Yeah.
doing it by hand, I still was only
Yeah.
halfway. So like, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah. Yeah. You really need an actual grinding wheel to create the edge, and then you use well, one or multiple whetstones to hone the edge.
I have the stones for the next part, so that's fine. I like
I
if you
have one
just
as
do
well.
the damn, we're going off on a tangent again. Um, if you just do the main getting the edge there, it doesn't really have to be that sharp, and I'll do the
Yeah, sure.
final sharpening. I will make razor blades out of that decorative katana. The
Fair
small
enough.
one, not the big one. Only the small one. Well, Tanto, as it's actually called. Because I don't trust the big one to actually sit in its handle
Yeah.
if you swing it. So, nope.
Yeah.
Playing that Berserker, I stumbled upon something in between our since our last rant.
Yeah.
Japanese knives is a thing.
Yes.
They're quite good.
Yes.
Apparently, there is a store in Japan that you can go and order a knife from one of like 15 different smiths.
Nice.
Two of which are currently the main suppliers of the Imperial Palace.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah, but then I looked at the pricing. Ooh.
Yeah, that follows.
Yeah. I think one of the
Yeah.
like best knives they had, well, not necessarily best, but the finest knife they had was like 1 million Norwegian.
Yeah.
Close to
Yeah.
at least. It was like about $50,000 for a knife, a single
Yeah.
knife.
I mean, I have a knife that is probably quite old at this point. From one of the big Danish fabricants, well, as they're called. Um, Actually, where I spent some time in work trial thingy when that was still going on at the original forge they had, because that was near where I lived.
Yeah.
Um, but that knife, probably a good 30, 40 years old by now.
Yeah, good knives are hard to come by and they last
It's
a long
fucking
time.
sharp, and I do fuck all for it.
Yeah, as long as you treat your knives nicely and no, you're not trying to chop wood with it,
Yeah, chopping
they
wood
usually
is
last.
well, I have.
An axe.
I do. I have two now, actually. I've gotten one from
Oh
my
god.
grandparents because I wanted to chop down a tree. But I also have a decent sized knife that is quite heavy that I've used for, smaller chopping off branches and that sort of stuff. And that shit is really rough on the edge.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah,
I mean, I have some actual good knives currently, but they they are of the softer side of good knives.
yeah,
But they are Japanese knives, actually.
nice.
But they don't have that really hard edge that you get on the really good ones.
Yeah. Anyway,
Which is, that's just how it is sometimes, I guess. But yeah,
yeah. Do we have anything else to rant about? I don't think so.
probably not.
So let's call it here, because I need to
Yep,
go start an earthquake.
you do that.
Thanks for watching, do all the fucking YouTube things, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.
Possibly.